Hi, it's me again, and whilst I'm ramping up my efforts in the build-up to 2027 and the Charter Review, many other YouTubers are, many other campaign groups are, like Defund the BBC, who I'm not too bothered about, to be honest, but Taxpayers Alliance and Silver Voices, everyone's ramping up their campaigns against the BBC and the TV licence fee, ready for 2027. But we're not the only game in town, because it turns out the pro-BBC supporters, they're also ramping up their efforts. Let's have a look at some of it, shall we? The BBC will be destroyed. TV licence fee could be scrapped by 2027. It always annoys me when I hear that. Just because the licence fee goes doesn't mean the BBC will be destroyed. They don't go hand in hand. It's just a funding method. You know, they could go subscription or they could show ads, they would survive. And most of the shows the BBC makes are made by BBC Studios, which is a private entity. And it's a profit-making entity for one thing. They sell shows all over the world. So the shows you may know and love won't disappear just because the licence fee does, but it's just ranting. So this story is about Stephen Regan, who started a petition, and we'll have a look at it in a minute because it's one of the bigger ones actually, and he wants to save the BBC. Good for him, everyone's allowed their opinion, right? Mr. Regan explained, unless we act, the BBC as we know it will be destroyed, hidden behind a paywall and only accessible to those who can afford it. Well, what's the big problem with the BBC being destroyed as we know it? Look at some of the stuff the BBC has done in a not too distant past. What with 70s entertainers and Bashir and all the other dirty stuff they do. Why would it be a bad thing if it's destroyed as we know it? Why would it be a bad thing if it was destroyed full stop, to be honest? And the other point he says here, look, hidden behind a paywall and only accessible to those who can afford it. Technically, Mr. Regan, it's behind a paywall now because you need to pay your licence fee to access it. So I don't understand where he's coming from with that. If it is behind a paywall and it takes all the other TV channels with it, which is complete nonsense because they don't get any of the money, but you can't watch them as they're being broadcast unless you pay your licence fee. So yeah, it's already behind a paywall, mate. Do we want this or do we want the broadcaster to remain independent and handed down to future generations to enjoy? Do we want it to be broken into pieces and become a shell of its former self? Well, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm fighting for, and most of the people who watch this channel would like to see. But, as I always say, you're entitled to your own opinion. If you like the BBC, and you've got the money, and you want to pay to support them, good for you. I don't have a problem with that. It's your money, your choice. My fight is that people feel that they have to have it. It's forced upon them. You know, if the BBC were to do what I try and do here, and make it clear to people that it's not a legal requirement. You don't have to have a television licence. If they make that perfectly clear and stop sending the awful letters and threatening to send people to your house to demand money with menaces, I wouldn't have such a big problem with it because then it would be what it should be. Optional funding. Well, it's not right. Let's have a look at this guy's petition because this is one of the bigger ones actually. Look, it's on change.org and as I sit here now, 201,857 signatures. That's Thursday the 12th of May. And he pretty much just says in there everything we just read in that small article there. But what I like this is reading the comments because people can comment on these petitions. Kenneth Mitchell writes, I'm not signing because the BBC is a disgrace left-wing liberals bias and out of date. And he's got 870 likes on that. Toby Fenster writes, I'm not signing this piece of nonsense. The BBC has relinquished its position as an independent provider of information by taking sides, pushing left-wing agendas and pandering to the woke brigade. 381 likes he's got on that. Probably my favourite comment though comes from Xavi Gano. So out of touch with reality. This isn't an attack on the BBC, it's a liberation. TV licensing are absolute scum. Also, hidden behind a paywall, what do you think TV licensing is, you utter cretin? And there's a lot of negative comments on here. A lot of negative comments. But the thing that intrigued me the most about this particular petition is that it's on change.org. Why? The government have their own petitioning site to petition the government directly. And they say if they get 10,000 signatures on that petition, the government will respond to it. And if it gets 100,000 signatures on their own petition website, then it may be eligible for debate in Parliament. And some of the TV licensing petitions have been debated in the back room in Parliament before. Nothing really come of it. I made a video about it ages ago. But putting it on change.org means you don't necessarily get any of that. I know he's tagged in Nadine Dorries and some other people by the looks of it. But you're not getting a guaranteed response at 10,000 and it it's not going to go up for debate in Parliament, possibly, when it hit the 100,000 signatures because you did it on change.org. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, this is one of the bigger ones. 201,000 signatures is a lot. It's a lot. They don't normally get that many, these TV licensing petitions. But I mean, the problem is when I see these sorts of things, are they legit? Is it a person who's passionate about the BBC, such as myself, that started the petition and he just wants to do something right? And if that's the case, good for him. You know, I don't agree with your opinion, but you're entitled to it and you've done something to enforce your opinion. You know, fine, I've got no problem with that. Or was this set up by one of the many, many PR agencies that are employed by TV licensing just to keep the message out there that we should keep the BBC and to gain support of it and to see what kind of numbers they can get? You just don't know. You just don't know, do you? I'm not wearing my tinfoil hat. It just sounds like something one of the PR agencies would do because they're employed to keep people wanting to pay the TV licence. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't earn anything from the BBC or from TV licensing. So my fight is, you know, quite legit. I do it because I want to do it. But we don't know the truth about these petitions, do we? So what do you think about this one? Are you going to go over to change.org and sign this petition? I'll put a link below. You want to go and sign it? You're more than welcome to go and sign it. It's got a lot of signatures already. I personally don't care for petitions. I don't think they change anything or do anything. That's why I never sign the TV licence ones and that people send me, because I've seen them be debated in Parliament. I've watched the whole debates and nothing comes of it. Nothing comes of it. So I don't see the point personally. But let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And while you're down there, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. It'd be really helping the channel out, help it to grow and help it reach new people. You know, and it'd be nice. I mean, he's got 201,000 signatures on there. Maybe we could get to 201,000 subscribers and compete with them, eh? I know, I don't see it. I don't see it. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.